So now we've had a look at the presentation, let's go on and view these activities. Remembering that on your dashboard, you may only see activity 1, prepare a presentation, until you then go and submit this activity. So let's have a look at the first one. Okay, your first activity, prepare a presentation. For this activity, you will be preparing a 20-minute presentation to be delivered. You may select one of the following topics or choose a marketing-related topic that has been approved by a trainer. Now, for example, if you have a subject that you would like to present, please simply email me at c.martin@envirotech.edu.au. You can also work in groups in this activity. For example, if we are doing this induction in class, you can now start selecting your groups, so in 2 or more, or you can do it on your own. The topics that you can include is 1, the role of social media and customer relations. 2, the role of communications in the development of marketing over the past 50 years. 3, the theory of colours in marketing. This is a fantastic topic. I've seen some really good ones. Also, the power of beauty in marketing and its ethical implications. And finally, overcoming power of the internet. So after you've chosen your topic for your presentation, please complete the following tasks. Now, the first task is to plan and document your presentation approach and your attended outcomes. How you do this is by creating a Word document, call it presentation plan. And what you'll do in this Word document is outline your objectives in your presentation. So select your topic, tell us what this topic's going to be about. Tell me about the structure to be followed during your 20-minute presentation. Tell me what is going to be your approach in the delivery. Remembering back to your presentation strategies, so doing like an overview of an objective in this sense. And would you use any special resources or aids during the delivery? Now, in task 2, choose presentation strategies, format and delivery methods that match the characteristics of your target audience, location, resources, and personnel needed. So remember that you have to have thought about all of this. So remembering like who is your audience? Where might you be delivering this presentation? What types of resources are you going to use? Now, looking back at the audience, then fit in what presentation strategies might work. So in this next Word document, now I will allow you, if you want to use the same Word document for each task, please ensure that you highlight task 1 and task 2 so it's clearly outlined in your Word document. So in order to complete the presentation strategy, you must outline your desirable audience according to the topic that you have chosen. Present the communication strategies that you would implement in your presentation to the reached audience. And what is the desired location for the type of presentation and what resource or personnel would be needed to perform it. If it's just yourself, just note that you are the sole participant and that's all that's needed there. However, if you're in a group, be sure to include how many members are delivering this topic and who they are. In task 3, select presentation aids, materials, techniques that suit the format and purpose of your presentation and will enhance the audience's understanding of key concepts and central ideas. So in this task, please prepare your presentation document. This could be a PowerPoint presentation or similar, such as Prezi if you'd like to give that a shot. So now you're going to start designing your presentation in task 3. In task 4, brief others involved in your presentation on their roles and responsibilities within this presentation. Now, remembering, if it's yourself, please just document that it is yourself in the presentation and document what are your roles in this presentation. For example, researching, developing the presentation, organizing the resources, and presenting. You are going to be the presenter as well. In task 5, select techniques to evaluate your presentation's effectiveness. So for this task, what you're going to do is create a simple questionnaire to evaluate the effectiveness of your presentation. This is meant to be given to your audience so that you can test and evaluate the effectiveness of the communication during your presentation. Now, if you're presenting to myself as the trainer, remember to send the feedback form through to me so that I can complete it. Now, this could be a simple series of questions. Now, remembering that it's all about trying to see how you went with the presentation. So make sure they're questions that qualify that and help you to understand, what you did really well and what you may need to improve on. In order to finally complete this activity, you'll need to upload the relevant documents, and to do that, all you need to do is click Add Submission, and then it will come up with a box to upload all of your material. Now that's the first activity for you. Now let's go and have a look at activity 2. In activity 2, you will be presenting or delivering your presentation. In this activity, you will deliver and record your presentation. Please remember that your presentation should be at least 20 minutes long. You can record it in audio or video by using an online platform such as YouTube. I'm also happy to assess you if you want to book in a telephone or Skype delivery session with me, but please make sure that you send me an email to book in that time as well. While you are delivering your presentation, please make sure that you explain and discuss ideas and outcomes of your presentation with your target audience. Use presentation aids, materials, and examples that help support target audience in the understanding of your key concepts and central ideas. This will include your PowerPoint presentation. Monitor non-verbal or verbal communication of participants and attain the presentation outcome. Use persuasive communication techniques to secure your audience's interest. Provide opportunities for participants to seek clarification on central ideas and concepts, and adjust the presentation to meet participants' needs and preferences. Summarize key concepts and ideas in strategic points to facilitate participants' understanding. So these are all of the concepts and ideas that will help you to deliver your presentation. But please note that you will have a 50 megabyte limit for your file. So you may want to think about other ways in order to deliver this presentation, like booking in a time with me as the trainer. Remember, you can email me on c.martin, M-A-R-T-I-N, at Envirotech, envirotech.edu.au. Now, once you've finished your recording or your presentation, please upload your submission here. For example, you'll click on the submission button here, and that's activity 2. Now remember, in order to complete your home project for this unit, you will need to complete a feedback form from us. Now, to complete your feedback form, please click on the link and you'll have a series of questions here to complete and then hit submit. Once you have done so, you'll have access to the home project, which is effectiveness of your presentation. In your home project, what you'll need to do in order to measure your effectiveness of the presentation is to make sure that you have implement techniques to review the effectiveness of your presentation with the questionnaire that you developed in Activity 1. So all you'll need to do is make sure that you've evidenced that you've submitted it to your participants. Seek and discuss reactions to your presentation from participants or key personnel involved in your presentation. That could be a simple discussion with me, and that will help you to complete this activity. And number 3, utilize feedback from your audience or key personnel in the presentation to make changes to your central ideas. Now, in all of this, what it may end up being is just a simple conversation with me as your trainer. But we must make sure that we take into consideration these points. And so I'll ask you a series of questions and you'll ask me how I felt about your presentation. And that's how that conversation will run. Now, what you'll do is you'll make some notes on the conversation and you'll upload them in a Word document and submit it down below. Now, that makes up the whole session for Make a Presentation. Now, remembering the key components to all of this and the resources that you do have made available to you, you do have a learner guide that you can look into more detail with. You can also access online resources through the help of Google, but please make sure you reference any online sources. You do have your PowerPoint presentation here, which is part of the recording that you would have heard earlier. And we also have a series of additional resources that can assist you in how to make the best presentation. I hope you've enjoyed your session today, and please feel free to ask me any questions that you do have. And if you're stuck with anything, remember my email, c.martin@envirotech.edu.au.